Hey, it's Sunday, almost 3 p.m. I finally made it out. I swear, as I was leaving the building, the sun gave way to clouds, and thick raindrops started pouring down. Not really pouring down, just dripping down. And now the sun just came back, but it's raining too. Maybe there'll be a rainbow somewhere, but it looks as if I'm sitting under the tree right now, in the cover of once again a lime tree, and so I can continue filming. Yeah, so not 7 a.m. this time, but 3 p.m. because not feeling well at all. I notice how I'm more and more dissociating from myself and my body, and all the context that was there, and from my surroundings as well. I mean, I never, just due to lack of energy, I was never able to uh, um, find my place here, and that's well, that's the good and bad side of being in a hospital. That you're you're kind of removed from the context and surroundings you were exposed to previously, but um, at the same time, so far, nothing alternative or better or yeah, nothing really has emerged to replace that. So I'm more or less in a state of limbo, and I'm just noticing my nutrition is like really bad, and yeah, my state of mind is not good, and I've lost touch with other people, with yeah, with everything and anyone, kind of. So guess I'm still on the same standpoint as yesterday, and I actually want to leave ASAP. Uh, just go back. I mean, the only thing is that once I leave, I I wouldn't be admitted again. Not so quickly. Uh, but so far, everything has always worked out in some way or another. Uh, I mean, even this morning, I was still thinking. Uh, because there are always different parts inside of us, right? So some parts want to change something quickly or on their own terms, or kind of bargain. So so it's like, okay, if I get this, or if I get to this place, I will go through this, and that doesn't work, of course. So you can just go into a process, and you mustn't have any expectations, or else you can get really stuck. You can just feel into yourself what feels right for you, what feels better or worse. And it's probably it's even more important to make choices than what choice we actually make, what we choose, rather than not choosing at all. Like this morning, for a short amount of time, I managed to just get into the moment and be with me, and in the background I could feel that the specific energy that's been with me for all my life. I remember from early childhood, which I just call the dragon energy because it has something dragon-like in it, and it's a very powerful energy. It's yeah, and it comes so usually one it tends to be more present at times when I'm quite incapacitated. So it's always this dilemma whether you go into the process further, but lose your ability to function in daily life even more, or whether you fight against it, but ultimately you're fighting against a part of yourself and your own development. And so that was present, and then a bit later, because I've been in bed all day, and I woke up like really early, like before sunrise. So and most of the time I was just watching, yeah, browsing YouTube and randomly watching videos, or just parts of videos, and not an enjoyable state. Just just an addictive pattern or habit to distract myself. But for a few short moments, I could manage to actually emotionally get into that state, and really feel that which I try to avoid by distracting my minds with just any kind of yeah, anything that still works to distract me, and which is just a very intense feeling of pain. Um, uh, Physical as well as emotional pain. It's always oscillating, but I would say more on the emotional side of it. Um, not not connected to anything specific, but it's like a state where you'd want to continually scream and scream and scream, and yeah, you just want to escape and just check out and dissociate from that state. And there's currently there's nothing to focus on to which would give me the strength and discipline to just stay with me, because yeah, lately everything has become quite bleak, and the surroundings here don't help much. I mean, I'm filming really nice surroundings right now. It's almost it's still a bit raining, but the sun has completely come out again, and uh, and let me check if I turned off the Bluetooth. So yeah. So it is recording what I'm saying. Yeah, but if I would be filming inside the hospital, it would be different. But of course, that's not allowed. And I'm really happy that through just doing this video journal, I managed to yeah to make myself just spend a little bit of time, like half an hour outside every day, and that it worked today as well, even though now it's the afternoon already. I just had a huge mug of coffee. I usually don't really drink coffee because it's not good for my brain at all. But yeah, I told you, like, my nutritionally, this is not a really good place to be, and that might be a factor why things in my body are getting more and more stuck, and the energies are not moving as much as in the beginning when I first came here. So it looks like it's time for a change. Yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking if I should try to just to ask to be discharged just right away and not wait until Tuesday, or if I should rather wait. And then I'll probably we reach some kind of compromise with me staying for some longer time. But it's probably not that important which day I leave. But I notice how within me more and more parts are in favor of leaving and going back home. I have no idea how I'll manage there, since the reason I came here was that I was completely unable to function to the degree that I couldn't care for myself. But it's remained the same here. It's just the structure here makes it much more easy to just well, get through the day like this. But I'm not happy to lie in bed all day, and there's a garden, there's a balcony at my home. I can continue with these video journals. I can continue playing the drums. I have several drums there. Yeah, I think when I go back in, I'll just ask whether I can, like, when would be the next opportunity to talk to a doctor and talk about this. something something feels off at the moment, and I mean, even if the result is something completely different, it will it sometimes yes, you really want to do one thing, and then it leads to a completely different thing, but that and that is the right outcome. So I'm open in this regard. I'm not so fixated on going back home, because I still remember the challenges I faced there, and how yeah, um, I can't say how much better I would be at facing them right now, since nothing really changed. Well, I mean, I certainly the structured daily the daily structure here did stabilize me to some degree, uh, and I was fed regularly, um, and then of course, especially during the first week, there was so much happening on like higher energetic or even spiritual levels, like lots of transformation, which has not really manifested in the physical yet, but that's something that might come forth in a different environment. It's not coming forth right now, and well, I just feel stuck in this loop of addictive behavior, um, where I just use my phone to distract myself all day, and I can't. Yeah, uh, I'm out of uh, things to do, of ways to act on in a positive way, and at the same time, my mind has become so somehow yeah, not I'm not able to really get back align with myself, and and really go with whatever process is going on, and really work with those things, and it's not like I'm fixated on this. I mean, my primary aim is just to take the best care of my body and mind, as best as I can, um, and then yeah, I mean, I guess balance it out with whatever process comes naturally, and definitely do to give myself ample room for self-expression. For example, like playing on my drum, or even doing these video diary entries, because that really helps to move the energy along, which is like a main thing, or problem in my life, that so much is stuck and not moving along, and once it gets moving, it just yeah, it's I can't reach really a um, kind of a steady state homeostasis where energy keeps on moving but it's stable, but it's just like movement and then collapse and yeah, quite dramatic ups and downs. Um, it's not so easy looking at myself right now because I'm facing the other direction than I would usually do, or I have done so far, but I'm not. Maybe it's something with my screen or my glasses. Never mind. Just feel like it's about time to leave this mental loop. Yeah, it's super painful just looking at myself. Like as soon as I get into that state where I mean, I've described it before. What happens when I like really just look at myself and let go, and then I'm more with me, and this is just I'm feeling really tormented and not safe at all, and yeah, just feel like running around yelling and screaming. And I can't seem to find something to hold on to or to calm me down here right now. I mean, during the week there's occupational therapy. Last week I had a problem that it's really was too much for me, and it just went downhill from day to day. And because of the change in my medication, I haven't been able to concentrate on getting anything done, finishing any piece of work or anything. So and that it's actually something I really love doing, and I like last time I stayed at a psychiatric hospital. I really loved it, and I got permission to actually return twice a week to continue participating in that group, and I did it for a year or so. It was great. And this time around, it's just an ordeal. I mean, there sometimes there are like really short bursts of inspiration, but I feel like how I'm so exhausted and fatigued that it just doesn't work. I mean, the good thing is that playing on my drum still does work, which is awesome because I haven't been I I learned playing the djembe in a course. There are like free drumming courses for people with psychiatric problems, and I went there for a while. But then at some point it got too much, so I haven't been there for at least a year, if not more. But yeah, I mean, once you know the basics, you can just play. It's just if you got hands, you can drum. It's just a matter of practice. And I've listened to a bit of what I've recorded. It's not great at all, but then it's okay. And I'm not recording it for anybody to listen to, but because I was never able to practice on my own, and I just last month I found out that when I record myself and put it on YouTube, it works just like this video journal right here. This vlog, I guess. Do we still use that word? Not sure. And so actually, like every minute I've practiced or I've played on a drum is up here on YouTube. So maybe one day, if I keep it up, I can go back to my early videos and watch them again, and see how, like, what changed and how it changed. It's quite interesting if you just play the drums and improvise, how if you just keep on doing it, you just get more and more dexterous, and suddenly, like if you try to play something complicated on purpose, it's either that doesn't really work, or it takes a lot of effort and practice. But then if you just do it over time, it will just be more natural, and you'll and now I can very naturally play much faster successions of beats and slaps and so on than I remember in the beginning, without specifically practicing anything. So that's nice. Yeah, my belly is hurting, so it's yeah, as I said, no good nutrition here. I mean, I can blame myself as well, because I'm just I just notice how these addictive patterns, these patterns of distraction, those like negative habits have been returning lately, and I often feel like overeating, and yeah, so I just eat whatever I can get my fingers on, and it's not optimal, but then again, having regular meals beats having no meals at all. Yeah, I'm even like now recording this. I'm in this state of limbo. So I'm kind of in my mind and I'm going around in circles. And if I go deeper inside myself, I'll have this panic and pain and really unbearable kind of feeling. So I bounce back. Mm. I might just play on my drum for a while, and I guess after that my storage will be full. Which is too bad because I don't know what it is. I cannot feel it or anything, but I feel like I have something to say or share, or even to witness myself, to witness coming out of me while I speak. But it's not coming out right now. I notice how much I'm just being in my mind. So I just, best practice I think is to appreciate my mind and not to antagonize it. And sometimes sometimes you just think about things and go around in circles, and it's still better than distracting myself with random contents, which I still have to digest and integrate somehow. I mean, I notice that in my dreams or whenever I get into a deeper or more attuned, aligned state, how all that information pops up again. And yeah, I mean, if you just browse YouTube and watch random videos and soak up information, there's like lots of stuff you just take on subconsciously that you still have to deal with on all levels. Not always have to, but I mean, it makes a difference what you focus on. And it would be best for me just to focus on myself and just what's there here and now, as opposed to random things, events, whatever, just to get away from the pain that maybe I don't have the capacity to face right now. I don't know. I would love to go back to the first week here when I could work with those painful states of my mind and body very consciously. But right now, like even today, to some degree, it returns. But every time after not much time, I would just go back and go back on my phone because, as I said, I always feel that so far it's always been something existing in the outside or even on the inside, an idea, a feeling, a conviction, an insight, an experience, a memory, and an inspiration that I can hold on to, and that just gives meaning to the whole experience. If you just experience pain and suffering and confusion and torment, just to be honest, and there's you lose the ability to put meaning into it. You just don't last very long. I guess enough said for now. I'll use the remaining storage on my phone just to record myself playing drums. I always say drums. It's just one drum and just a tiny one. And I wonder if I'm actually always playing the same rhythm, because I'm always improvising, and I'm ever since I came here, I haven't been able to listen to music, unfortunately. Like in July, I listened to music quite often, like for a while, almost daily, which was great because before that I didn't listen to music for about a year or so. But here again, it's just impossible. So yeah, I'm just playing the rhythm that come to me naturally, and I really wonder if it's just the same thing all the time, because I'm not having any input. And I mean, I know this is, I'm always staying in a 4/4 rhythm because that's the easiest one to play, even though the other ones are quite interesting. But then, especially on this small drum where which doesn't have like the sound is not so great. I mean, it's really great for a drum that's just the length of my hand, but yeah, I tried doing like more complex rhythms, but yeah, I didn't really get into it. So, but that's okay. So seems like I've been talking just about playing my drum for 5 minutes. I really have to hit that off button and stop recording. And yes, it's good talking to oneself, but it's like with if you talk to somebody, if you sit somewhere and if yeah, engulfed in a dialogue, but that, at some point you feel like yeah, it's not really flowing along anymore. But you just want to stay there and keep talking, but at the same time you feel yeah, no, it's we should part ways and just do something else. It's not really we're not really getting anywhere anymore, and I guess I'm at that I've been at that stage with myself, maybe for the whole conversation today. But now, okay, 38 minutes. That really should be enough. I'm just doing an outro. No. And that's it. Goodbye. See you tomorrow, I guess.